Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Shelton. I'm principal of Farmington High School. It's my distinct pleasure to be here with all of you this afternoon. While we do some initial comments, I would like to invite senior choir members to please join the choir to my left for our opening numbers. I invite you all to stand if you're not already doing so. Graduates, please remove your caps if you are able, as well as hats in the audience, for the singing of the national anthem by our combined choirs, directed by Farmington High School Choir President Caitlin Doherty. Graduates, you can be seated. Senior choir members, please feel free to return back to your seats with your classmates. At this time, I would like to invite our choir. Before we do our introductions, I'd like to invite our choir to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Thank you so much, Ms. Gippert and our combined choirs. That was wonderful. At this time, as our senior choir members are returning to their seats, I would like to introduce our Board of Education members, Central Administration, and faculty members currently seated on the stage. I'd like to begin by our Board of Education, starting with Mr. Zach Rich, Vice President, Ms. Angie Smith, Secretary, Mrs. Claudia Heinrich, Treasurer, Dr. Cheryl Blau, Trustee, and Mr. Donald Walker, Jr., Trustee. It's also my pleasure to introduce to everybody members of our Central Administration and Cabinet currently seated on the stage, starting with our Superintendent, Dr. Christopher J. Delgado, Dr. Kelly Coffin, Assistant Superintendent of Innovation and Strategic Initiatives, Dr. Bobby Hayes Goodrum, Assistant Superintendent of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Ms. Kathy Smith, Assistant Superintendent of Talent Development, Mrs. Jennifer Kaminsky, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Dr. Jackie McDougall, Executive Director of Special Education Services, and Ms. Diane Bauman, Director of School Community Relations and Pupil Accounting. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. I'd also like to recognize those faculty members seated on the stage with us today. I would like to invite them all as a group to stand and be recognized by our students. Please join me in thanking our faculty and staff for celebrating your graduation today. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to welcome our Superintendent, Dr. Chris Delgado, to the podium to deliver some remarks.
Good afternoon, Falcons, graduates, and Falcon families. I have a story to share with you, a brief story. This oral tradition is over 2,000 years old and comes to us from the great Sioux indigenous nation. In the beginning, before human beings began to develop, the Creator gathered all the creatures in the world to seek their help with a problem. I want to hide something from the humans until they are ready for it. What do you wish to hide? Said the wise owl. The Creator responded, it is the realization that they can create their own reality. The eagle quickly said, give it to me, I will fly it to the moon. No, said the Creator. One day they will build flying machines and go there and find it. The blue whale volunteered and said, give it to me, I will dive to the depths of the great waters and bury it on the ocean floor. No, said the Creator, they will find a way to go there too. Next, the buffalo said, give it to me, we will stampede across the great plains and conceal it amongst the tall, endless grasses of the prairie. No, said the Creator once again. They will burn the grasses and cut into the skin of the earth and find it even there. Finally, the mountain goat said, give it to me. I will traverse the rockiest cliffs of the highest mountain and secure it on the summit. Again, no, said the Creator. One day humans will walk on the highest summits of all the mountains in the world. The Creator was frustrated and perplexed. None of the creatures had the solution. That is, until Grandmother Mole emerged from her burrow deep in the belly of Mother Earth. As she lives in eternal darkness, she is blind and only sees through spiritual eyes, but with excellent hearing had heard the entire conversation. She felt the warm sun on her face, but could only imagine the distance of the moon, the depths of the ocean, the vastness of the plains, or the height of the mountains. But she had listened when the other creatures did not. She knew that the Creator's desire was not that this secret revelation could never be found. Rather, the Creator wished that it would be concealed until humans were ready. Grandmother Mole began to slowly retreat back to her burrow when the Creator said, wait, what did you see with your spiritual eyes? What wisdom can you share with us? Grandmother Mole simply said, if you wish to conceal the realization that humans can create their own reality, put it inside of them. The Sioux have passed this wisdom on for generations, understanding that all true belief, persistence, growth, and accomplishment come from within. So my question to you, graduates, is, are you ready? Do you realize that you have the power now to create your own reality, to create your own future? More importantly, graduates, do you believe it? It has always been available to you because it's always been inside of you. And I would argue that you've already proven to yourself and others that you can persevere. You can set and accomplish goals, and you can overcome obstacles, both small and large. The past doesn't define you. The future is yours to define. I wish you all the joy and happiness that life has waiting for you. I encourage you to pursue careers that are meaningful and satisfying to you, that contribute to our society, and that help you experience success as you define it. And finally, I am also so incredibly proud of all of you for surviving these pandemic years. No other high school class had to go through it. I think that your experience is best described by a very famous scholar you may know. I think her name is by the name of Taylor Swift. And I won't sing, you don't want to hear my voice. But Taylor had some lyrics that say, yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. It's miserable and magical. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. She goes on to say that everything will be all right if you keep me next to you. Keep each other next to you. As you move on from high school, take care of each other, and please receive our heartfelt congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Delgado. At this time, I would like to invite your amazing class president, Paris Lamb, up to the stage to deliver her remarks.
Good afternoon, graduates. Good afternoon. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to welcome all board members, faculty, alumni, family, friends, and distinguished guests. I would like to thank you all for your hard work and commitment to help us get to this point. I would also like to thank Lieutenant Brown, Mr. Flemings, and facilities maintenance for keeping our environment clean and safe. I would like to give a special thanks to my parents and my family. I would not be here today without your amazing support and encouragement. I love you so much, and thank you. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for entrusting me to be your student body president for not 1 year, not 2 years, but all 4 years of high school. I thank you for your vote of confidence. At this time, I would like to welcome and thank you all for joining us at the 133rd commencement ceremony of Farmington High School class of 2022. To the graduates of Farmington High School, we have made it. Wow, to be able to see all of the great accomplishments underneath this roof, it is not only inspiring me, but your peers, your parents and guardians, and our future generation. Please give yourself a round of applause. Just think, 4 years ago, we had no idea we would have had 3 superintendents, loss of teachers and students, and let's not forget the pandemic. So when I was requested to speak today, it was easy for me to think of a theme, a word that truly defined our class. Many words did come to mind, but the most defining one to me was change. Oh, and let me remind you, this will be an interactive speech, so make sure you're listening up. At this time, please look to your neighbor on the right and say change. The word change is so great because it can branch out into so many amazing attributes like pivoting and flexibility, which we have all done this year. Now, the definition of change is the act or instance of making or becoming different. This is a quality most admire, but is difficult to achieve, and that is because humans are creatures of habit. That is how we remain comfortable. We develop habits and routines that stick with us for a lifetime. But I would say during our lifetime, we have had to endure many changes. Say it with me, change. We have not had the typical high school experience. I mean, I know we were all expecting the high school musical experience, right? But we took a few detours. If we think all the way back to 2004, when the majority of us were born, we were brought into change. Everybody repeat after me, change. Thank you. In 2004, NASA launched Gravity Probe B, which investigated Albert Einstein's 1916 general theory of relativity. We might know a little bit about that from physics. In 2004, there was also the strongest earthquake in 40 years. The Boston Red Sox won the World Series. The Statue of Liberty was reopened to the public, and we gained the app our parents now love, Facebook. But even in our journey through education, we experienced change. From transitioning from elementary school to upper elementary, change. From middle school into finally high school, another change. These steps were all a part of our metamorphosis into the people we are today. Even in high school, we endured major change. From being scared of Freshman Friday to running the school. From trying to keep up with the one-way hallways to just going where we feel. Or the biggest one I know everyone is waiting for, COVID-19. From being told we would have a 2-week vacation that turned into 2 years. We are one of the classes that endured online classes during, I would easily say, the most critical year of high school, junior year. I know we all know from college applications, junior year did have a big impact on grades. And we are face to face now with another opportunity for change. And we have 2 options. We can either seize it or we can let it pass us. But I know the class of 2022 will seize it. You might wonder how I know that we will seize this opportunity. This is because of all the great achievements the class of Farmington High School has already accomplished, despite all the changes that we have gone through. We, as a class of 2022, have the most highly honored students in the history of Farmington High School. We have had 5 National Merit Finalists, 5. Farmington High School has been recognized as a U.S. News and World Report Best High School based on SAT scores. We did that. We have athletes We have had athletes who have set school records, even achieving state champion awards. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause. We as a class has seized change. We did not let it define us, and that is why we have been able to accomplish these amazing titles. No matter your journey after high school, whether it be college, trade school, real estate, or social media influencer, it is all related to change. Remember, change is inevitable, but the changes you have made have placed you in these amazing honorary seats today. Everyone look to your neighbor and please say, "I will seize change." Thank you so much to the class of 2022. I love you all and congratulations. Go Falcons!
That was amazing, Paris. Thank you. I'd like to invite our senior choir members to return to the choir area. They will be singing for our entertainment, "We Won't Stop Dreaming."
Say what happens now. This is our world. This is our time. These are our plans. We're gonna let them shine. And this is our place in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. This is our
Thank you so much, Ms. Gippert and our combined choirs. We appreciate your talent and your inspiration. So, by my math, this will be the 9th time that I have graduated a class as high school principal. And as most of you know, this is going to be my last. And that's exciting and scary at the same time. I've never been so nervous to give an address before, and in a couple minutes you'll understand why. Good afternoon, Dr. Delgado, Board of Education, board members, class president, faculty, family, and friends. As the principal of Farmington High School, it is my distinct honor to present to you the graduating class of 2022. The group assembled in front of you today is the result of many years of collective effort and commitment. To those board members, administrators, teachers, paraprofessionals, secretaries, custodians, bus drivers, and anyone else who played a role in getting these students to where they are today, thank you. To those parents, guardians, and families who entrusted us with your pride and joy, to those friends and community members who supported these students along the way, thank you. And I hope that you are as impressed with the results of our collective efforts as I am. Hey, Falcons, are you feeling 22? As a class, you have selected the Taylor Swift lyric, "I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22," to represent you as a class motto. Now, I'm sure that most of you would rather see Taylor Swift up here delivering this address to you this afternoon, but I consulted with Mrs. Kaminsky and she informed me that we didn't have the budget for that. I also heard Dr. Delgado mention the Taylor Swift lyrics. This was not planned. I heard Dr. Delgado mention it and I heard him say, "I don't sing." Well, guess what, guys? I do. Yeah! We're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. It's mystical and magical, oh yeah! Tonight's the night when we forget about the deadlines. It's time. Uh-oh, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Everything will be all right if you just keep me next to you. You don't know about me, but I bet you want to. Everything will be all right if we just keep dancing like we're 22, 22. Not necessary. Not necessary. In all my years as a high school principal, this is the first time I've included vocals in my graduation address, by the way. Seriously, I always put a lot of thought into my graduation addresses, and I have to say this is one of the harder ones I've had to put together in my career as a high school principal, particularly because you will be my last graduating class from Farmington High School, and because your experience has been so unusual. Happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time? Miserable and magical? Do these contradictions speak to you? I think they might. As a class, you are justifiably feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment as you complete your K-12 education and move on to the joys and opportunities that await you. But many, if not most of you, are experiencing trepidation or anxiety about the challenges the future may hold. You are a class that went through elementary and middle school closings and restructuring in your years at Farmington Public Schools. All of you started 9th grade in a school that looks different from the school you're graduating from today. Whether you started at Harrison, started at the old Farmington High School, or started somewhere else and joined us along the way. Halfway through your sophomore year, you went from a daily in-school experience to online learning from your bedrooms. Did you capitulate? Did you give up? No. You fought through it, and that's because you had the flexibility to shift and the positive attitude to do what you had to do in order to achieve a greater future. I celebrate you and recognize the positive attitudes and flexibility you have showcased in light of these and other challenges. You are coming of age and moving into the real world in a time of unprecedented change. All of us have a different orientation to change. Some of us thrive on it, while others struggle. I don't know what the rapidly changing future holds. Nobody does. But what I do know is this: your ability to not just accept, but to embrace these changes will define your success going forward. Back to our Taylor Swift motif, who would look much better standing up here than I do. She recently delivered a graduation address at NYU, fully acknowledging that she was probably invited because she wrote the 22 song. I will quote Ms. Swift here. "Sometimes the right thing to do is to throw out the old schools of thought in the name of progress and reform. Sometimes the right thing to do is to listen to the wisdom of those who have come before us. How will you know what the right choice is in these critical moments? You won't. My experience has been that my mistakes led to the best things in my life. And being embarrassed when you mess up is part of the human experience. Getting back up, dusting yourself off, and seeing who still wants to hang out with you afterwards and laugh about it, that is a gift." So what is Taylor Swift saying here? This is her encouragement to take risks, to be willing to fail, but also to recognize that taking risks and showing flexibility also brings the greatest rewards. As my last Taylor Swift quote for the afternoon, I will share this: life can be heavy if you carry it all at once. Know what to keep and what to release. Decide what is yours to hold and let the other things go. Oftentimes, the good things in your life are lighter anyway. This is a call to you as a class and a generation to embrace the realities that you will soon face and to not be beholden to the norms and expectations of those who went before you. What will you do to change the status quo, to create new societal norms, to celebrate change as part of your everyday life? Again, I firmly believe that your ability to entertain these questions will define your success as individuals and your success as a class. I encourage you all, as new graduates, to embrace the unknown, celebrate in the risk, and prepare to react to the unexpected, all while basking in the adventure that is life. Finally, in an era of increasing polarization, frustration, and even hostility, I hope that you will go forth into the world that awaits you with a mission to love one another. Do not hate, do not put down, but listen to and respect the opinions of others. Life is so short. Cherish every minute. Listen to each other and love each other, especially those who look different than you, sound different than you, or come from different backgrounds than you. The great Maya Angelou once said that I encourage you to live with life. Be courageous, adventurous. Give us a tomorrow more than we deserve. I will challenge you, Farmington High School class of 2022, to live with life. Take stock of your dreams and push hard to make them a reality. Cherish and take advantage of every minute. Be prepared to encounter roadblocks, but be equally prepared to find a way through them. And remember to love each other. Most of all, be proud of the advantages that a Farmington Public Schools education has provided you, and be prepared to share these gifts forward. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Having known you and worked with you closely over the last 4 years, I'm definitely feeling the class of 22. And it's been my distinct pleasure to have been your principal for the last 4 years. I will miss you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the class of 2022, the class who dreams and has the flexibility to pursue them. Dr. Delgado and members of the Board of Education, I present to you the class of 2022. This is a class that has risen to every challenge that we have placed before them. Among them are National Merit Scholars, DECA, BPA, and hosts of national champions and state champion athletes already competing on a international stage and a national stage. Many of them will go on to highly selective schools. Others will use the knowledge gained at FHS to launch directly into successful careers or military service. 87% of this graduating class will go on to four-year universities, with an additional 11% attending community college or going into the military. Others will be heading to trade school or some other type of post-secondary training. As a group, they have won millions of dollars in scholarship money and have forever left their mark on the halls of FHS as a hardworking, intelligent, and resilient group. I hereby certify that those students graduating today have met or exceeded all requirements set for them, and I present them to you and our Board of Education for graduation. Congratulations, class of 2022. At this time, I'd like to invite the Vice President of the Board of Education, Mr. Zach Rich, to the podium for some remarks.
Sorry, I just need a moment after Dr. Delgado and Mr. Shelton to remove 1.5 pages of Taylor Swift quotes from my speech. So I guess I'll just go into good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Education and the entirety of the Farmington Public Schools District, I offer our sincere congratulations. Congratulations to you, your family and friends, your teachers and supporters, and everyone who has helped you to get to this point. What you have done is no small accomplishment. Graduating from high school after braving a pandemic and countless other challenges is something that you should be proud of. You have been resilient in the face of all of these hurdles and have crossed the finish line of this race. It's a time to breathe in and breathe out and look back on all that you have accomplished to get to this point. And once you've caught your breath and had that chance to reflect, it is time to look forward. Whether you are moving forward in continuing your education in college or a trade school, entering the armed services, or entering the workforce, taking a gap period, or some combination of that or more, I have for you your last assignment from the Farmington Public Schools District. And this assignment comes in 3 parts. Part 1 is to take advantage of opportunities. There is the old adage that it is not what you know, it's who you know. But that's simplistic. I believe that what you need to do is show who you know what you know. And by that, I mean when you have the chance to prove yourself, don't take it for granted. Do everything you can to show that the faith that was put in you is well warranted. And if you see a lecture that looks interesting, a training you think you can get something out of, or a trip where you can learn something new, do it. You'll never know what it will lead to. It has been 10 years now since my own high school graduation, and I can tell you that for a fact this is not where I thought I would be. But by taking advantage of these opportunities, some of these opportunities that I didn't even know were there at the time, here I am. I'm looking across this crowd, and I hope one of you will be next. Your final assignment, part 2, is something I'm sure you have heard before. Give back to your community. My grandfather and I do not agree on many things and are quite combative on just about every topic. You know, things from politics to living habits to which football team is better, the Chicago Bears or the Detroit Lions, which, you know, I understand. I know, but I'm from Detroit. I can't let him just have it, right? There is one thing that he taught me that I do believe and that we agree on completely. You don't just wake up, go to work or school, and go home. you need to be serving your community as well. It's said that service is the rent that we pay for our time on earth, and that's a rent that we try and pay in full however we can. Now, how you serve your community and how someone else does isn't the same. It doesn't have to be, and it's not supposed to be. Give back and do it in your own way. And finally, part 3, and I need you to pay very close attention to this one, is I need you to find a mentee. That's right, a mentee. Finding a mentor as you grow up will potentially occur more naturally, be it a professor, a coworker, supervisor, fellow student, or a community member. However, you need to make a concerted effort to find someone to be the mentor for. This is not a need to complete today, this week, this month, or even this year. This is a task that you will take with you for your entire life. And because here's something that you do have. You have knowledge. You have experience that others might not have, but that they can benefit from. And you can help them grow in personal, professional, or academic ways, or any other way. Be to that person what your mentor has been to you, or what you need in a mentor. Helping others to succeed can be just as or more rewarding than your own success. You now have your last assignment from this district, and it's a long one that will take the rest of your life. It's something that you will have to renew every time you look back at it. So when you leave here today as fully fledged high school graduates, remember to take advantage of opportunities, serve your community, and be a mentor to someone. Please be sure to keep in touch, because we up here are all very excited to see what you do next. And with that, let's get you your diplomas. So, on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire Farmington Public Schools District, by the power vested in me by the state of Michigan, I hereby declare the class of 2022 of Farmington High School to be officially graduated. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Rich. At this time, we would like to get prepared for the roll call portion of our ceremony. Paris Marie Lamb. Nariman Manar Butelja. Kevin Jacob Miller. Zaria Nicole Floyd. Ryan Robert Cowles. Alexander Craig Radomski. Lillian Jansen Schwalm. Morgan Marie Purcell. Paige Alexandria Thacker. Zachary James Gray.
Tejas Ganesh. Brittany Nicole Gonzalez. Dylan Charles Claude Bergman. Mary Lou Ellie Abouaziz. Blake Ernest Adams. Faisal Soliman Adas. Talia Gabrielle Aji. Varun Agarwal. Amar Ahmed. Aisha Ahmed. Nicholas Gregory Alia. Ahmad Masin Aljabari. Brooklyn Paige Allen. Emma Francis Altieri. Nayeli Alvarado Romero. Jalen Chinamaram Ama. Elizabeth Ann Moy Amata. Stephanie Achama Amwako. Raul Anche. Austin Xavier Anderson. Molly K. Anderson. Subashreya Reddy Aravabumi.
Ekam Singh Etwal. Victoria Reese Atwater. Luisa Avellaneda. Lucas Andrew Axe. Nirvananan Beichu. Justin Holland Baird. Peter James Baracco. Aiden James Barcool. Elias Allen Barr. Aubrey Michelle Bartlett. Autumn Noel Bartlett. Ishal Shahid Basra. Madeline J. Beckwith. Adam David Torrance Bergestedt. Jaden Avery Bradley. Seth Thomas Burrell. Miles Neal Bentley. Alexis Paige Blondie. Mary Kay Blossom. Chelsea Marie Bostick. Caitlin Mary Brandon. Hayden Christopher Brandstrom. Reagan Faith Brewer. Alexis Marie Bridges. Michaela Rosa Brooks. Ashley Marie Brown. Sanaya Lynn Brown. Alayla Renee Bruton. Brielle Marie Burns. Brendan Jacob Calise. Ryan Charles Campbell. Leja Candriano. Kendall Amari Carr. Chadvis Zion Omar Carroll. Sydney Tang Chap. Jessica D. Chung.
Sign in James Cintron. Tyler Michael Sasui. Charlotte Haley Klein. Caden Lavier Coleman. William Aki Coltrane Jr. Dylan Christopher Cotton. Emily Ann Krager. Charles Ellis Emerson Crossley. Connor Allen Curry. Elijah May Ling Davis Burnett. Stefan Alexander DeWitt. Thurada Demi. Sarah Frances Dennison. Ella Grace Derrico. Sri Wishwash Teja Raju Dinu Wakanda. Emily Jane Dixon. Sean William Dinnan. Ahamadou Bamba Diom. Alexa Renee Dodge. Caitlin Elizabeth Dorothy. Caitlin Maybell Egan. Oh no, she already went. Sorry, she's not even here. Shay Marin Trinidad Eggenberger. Brian Phoenix Eggleston. Noah Thomas Erickson. Amanda Margaret Exline. Brianna Michelle Exton. Roima Fatama. Donovan Albert James Favors. Rita Fayaz. Quinn Annabelle Felsner. Haley Lynn Feltner. Cassidy Noel Fenton. Lindsay McKaylin Flowers.
Tyler Cameron Foster. Aiden Nicholas Fowler. Owen Gregory Fowler. Taryn Elizabeth Fuller. Anish Reddy Gautam. Ariel Hannah Gaines. Marisol Garcia Cedillo. Samuel Ryan George. Eli Andrew Gerhardt. Patrick Allen Gilly. Vic E. Gibson. Anthony George July. Maritone Jokai. Valdetta Jokai. Stuti Goya. Jupiter McAllister Goodridge. Avery Joseph Greca. Michael Robert Griffin. Lydia Ann Greenwich. Shrika Gubala. Sabrina Sophia Marie Hale. Elizabeth Catherine Hanks. Sophia Marina Hanlon. Nicholas Allen Hardrick. Vincent Anthony Hardy. Tyler Marie Harmon. Hannah Jane Harrell. Anella Hassa. Christopher Gerald Heyman. Lily Marie Hazimi. Abby Madeline Hinckley. Logan Kaylee Henson. Zoe May Wiley Hippler. Jacqueline Marjorie Herner.
Caden Hoisington. Ayana Regine Hunter. Michael Veracruz Hutzel. Marcus Joseph Eikoban. Stephen Dominic Ime. Mary Stephanie Eilis. Bashir Jallo. Pernavi Jarugla. Michael Keith Jennings III. Kanksha Reddy Jinnah. Brandon Vernon Johnson. Brendan Daniel Johnson. Javon Johnson Jr. Nina Mae Johnson. Sarah Alma Elizabeth Johnson. Jason Marquise Jones. Trayvon Michael Jones. Mayank Joshi. Kavya Naga Sri Karnati. Justin Riley Kaczynski. James Michael Keeney. Joshua Forrest Keeney. Carson Andrew James Kelly. Brooklyn Amanda Kennedy. Aiden Leroy Kenyon. Jeremy Matthew Kirstein. Helena Caitlin Kessler. Satyak Rusil Carr. Ethel Manhel Abid Qatari. Ahad Kareem Kidwai.
Chloe Alexandra LaBelle. Sarah Ann Lashbrook. Geraldine Ann Leap. Riley Spencer Libby. Frederick Robert Lindau. Sydney Lacadia Liverance. Darian Eugene Lockett. Gideon David Lowen. Arnisha Nicole Love. Deja Renee Love. Madison Rose Lucas. Brooklyn Elizabeth Maddox. Tessa Joy Magner. Joseph Charles Malia. Sanjit Fanisiva Reddy Manda. Jenna Marie Manzella. Cameron Dion Marcy. Alexis Jordan Marks. Donovan Michael Morogi. Braylon Kennedy Martin. Evan Christopher Martin. Ariana Marie Martinez. Ashley Ann Martinez. Alabara Maraza. Corey Lawson Allen Mason. Yasmia Willow Mason. Jack Michael Massantono. Michelle Renee Matson. Kathleen Michelle McCowan. Jordan Amari McCrae. Kelsey Lauren McDonald. Blake Douglas McKenzie.
Abigail Sarah McLaughlin. Tatiana Crystal Mendez. Theodore Chase Meisner. Ava Michaela Miller. Katie Marie Miller. Andrew Joseph Milton. John William Moylanen. Demetrius Sequavis Ahmad Amor. Vadur Nalabolu. Corinne Elizabeth Neely. Alexis Lauren Nelson. Madeline Nicole Newton. Nicole Kristen Nielsen. Isabella Rose Nordini. Polina Bronislava Norris. Grace Celeste O'Connor. Jamie Grace Ostrowski. Oh, I got you. Logan Thomas Osdick. Alexander Roger Pankey. Sophia Natalia Palma. London Marie Parnell. Dara J. Patel. Madeline Kate Pollock. Carmen Simone Peterson. Haley Elizabeth Petrucia. Danielle Elise Petaway. Kelsey Elaine Pettingill. Nehemiah Pickens Jr. Kamini Leanne Plale. Elizabeth Molly Portelli. Jalita Lizanne Pringle Lakey. Paul Gregory Prizlowski. Caleb James Pudlick. Leo Joe Poole. Sharon Panus.
Cameron Jacob Radomski. Ashley Nicole Rawls. Joshua Arcola Rhea. Finesse Dior Redmond. Chadwick Liam Richards. Aiden Elizabeth Riley. Alexander Miguel Roberson. Camden Cecil Rodriguez. Luke Jason Rotenheber. Amia Jaya Reddock. I'm sorry. Duana Larissa Dean Russell. Nicholas Michael Sampson. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Jacob Devon Sanders. James Tyler Shackern. Carly Ann Schmidt. Conrad Malcolm Shug. Elizabeth Wenbei Schwimmen. Jacob Hiram Scott. Madison Anaya Scott. Sanjeev Shriram Session. Bushra Adam Shah. Farah Ali Shakir. Demia LaShawn Sharp. Azir Asunti Shah. Kriti Praveen Shura Rodakir. Haley Marie Silver. Jalen Chapman Silver. Anna Kay Elizabeth Smith. Trevor James Smith. Sierra Marie Suxri. Sierra Sori. Jordan Alexandria Stevens. I got you. Jake Allen Stislicki. Kylan Deshawn Sumling. Molly Veronica Swain. Skylar Marie Sykes. Kevin Donald Swartz. Andrew Sarmed Taylor. Hamad Ahmed Tanoli. Megan Abigail Taro. Paige Meredith Taylor. Vivian Renee Teeples. Madison Marie Terwilliger. Jada Shania Thomas. Noel Varghese Thomas. Tony Janae Top. Amadi Kaya Torres. Julian Marie Toten. Shakira Almasova. Charles Anthony Vella. Praneet Vatelli. Zachary Leo Zweisler Volick. B. Corinne Vreeland. Andrew Brian Washburn. Brooklyn Kendall Watson. Isabel Sophia Watson. Nicole Elizabeth Wan.
Benjamin Carl Weber. Ethan Zacharias Wizoon. Avery Nolan Wickland. Nathan James Wilder. Miranda Chase Wilkerson. Jasmine Andrea Williams. Joseph Alexander Williams. Marvin Cornell Williams Jr. Brady Robert Wilson. Marco Allen Woodard. Ambrose Woodford IV. Kate Sonia Workman. Jared Michael Worster. Grayson Michael Yandora. Grace Elizabeth Young. Shantria Erica Jeanette Young. Nathan Lawrence Zajac.
While we're finishing up some pictures over there, just a couple of logistics. In a few minutes, when the program is over, we will do a formal recessional with the graduates, and we ask parents to please remain in your seats until the last graduate has left the arena. Families and students can find each other in the area outside of the arena by the flagpole. Please stay up in the stands. Do not come down on the floor. All the students are going to participate in a formal recessional out of the arena. Graduates of the class of 2022. Since the reign of England's King Henry VIII in the 16th century, individuals who have completed formal study have been entitled to wear a scholarly cap and gown symbolizing their accomplishments. From this cap, your mortarboard hangs a tassel. It has special significance and tradition as it represents your transition from student to graduate. Will the class of 2022 please rise? At this time, please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap, signifying your graduation. Good luck finding your hats. Graduates, please remain standing. We will begin the recessional in just a second after I give you a few more seconds to find the cap you just threw in the air. Mr. McDonald, I believe that we're ready for recessional music.